Hey, what's up guys? Theironhulk is here bringing you a special review in celebration of the Green Lantern film, which is coming out tomorrow. I am reviewing a Green Lantern 2-pack from the DC Universe Classics line. We have the Toys R Us exclusive Hal Jordan versus Sinestro. To start off, these guys are really cool. I've never owned a DC Universe Classics Green Lantern or Sinestro, so I thought picking them up would be really cool. And for the price, they are priced at around $35. Now, I do have an issue with that because even though most DC Universe figures that are 6 inches do cost a little bit over $15, and if you do the math, it's about $30. It would have been nicer if it was maybe around the $28 range, just to kind of, give the buyer a bit more of a discount since you do have a 2-pack here. But whatever. I know it's a Toys R Us exclusive, so they have to up the price a bit. Whatever, it's fine. So onto the figures. Hal Jordan is probably my favorite of the two, just because of his really cool green paint job that he has. If we take a close look here, Hal has this metallic paint that that just looks incredible. It's really nice. The symbol on his chest is very nicely painted. And his head sculpt is really cool. I like his hair. They did a really good job with his hair. It's got the usual kind of fancy schoolboy look, as I like to call it. Just a really nice paint job. And the figure as a whole is really cool. He's got really good articulation. He's got the usual DC Universe body, so, nothing crazy there. He's got the ball-jointed arms, and then he's got the swivel biceps, cut elbows, and swivel wrists. You can see his ring there is really cool, too. And then he's got the usual, what I like to call NECA legs, because they come out like this, and NECA and DC Universe like to use these type of legs. And then he has a cut at the leg right here, bendable knees, and bendable everything's just very bendable. Sorry, my mind just kind of paused there. Not really sure what happened. But, really cool figure, really nice head sculpt, really awesome paint. One great thing about this 2-pack here is that we get some cool constructs. And I like Hal's a little bit more than Sinestro's, because Hal actually does have some cool constructs. He's got this buzzsaw here, which actually does spin. Very cool. And it fits nicely into his hand here. Just like that. Very cool. Very awesome. Hal Jordan and his constructs. Very cool. So he's got this one, the buzzsaw, which I really like. He's got his sort of wrecking ball, I guess. And that's on a chain. Very nice chain, too. So yeah, that works. Pretty cool. And then he has my favorite out of all of them. He has a cool... I know it's a kid's toy, so I probably shouldn't call this a machine gun. Maybe a water gun. something kids would like. But yeah, this is probably the coolest construct that he comes with. So that's that. So Hal Jordan, very cool figure. Now Sinestro. Oh, Sinestro. Well, he's not a bad figure, he's just not really that great. His eyes are kind of screwed up. And his costume, I know they're trying to go for some vintage kind of golden age costume here, but it's pretty meh. I'm not really a big fan of it. I like his Sinestro Corps outfit a bit more, just because it's yellow and it's a bit more flamboyant. Makes him look like a crazy villain. But he's not a bad figure. I mean, he's cool. He's got really cool articulation. Same articulation as Hal. He's just a bit thinner. And his head is a bit stiffer, but everything else is the same articulation-wise. They did good on the paint. It's just his eyes. I mean, let's see if I can focus on his eye here. His eye, it's his left eye. There we go. As you can see, there's something wrong with his eye. And it's not the paint job, it's weird. Like, I just feel like he's a bit lazy-eyed, but just, like, only slightly. And of course, I'm probably the only person to find that issue and complain about it, but that's how I am. Yeah, it's just a bit funny looking. But the rest of him, the paint job is very nice. And yeah, he's just Golden Age Green Lantern looking. Very, very old school. And his constructs, he does have some interesting constructs. Not as cool as Hal's, but he does have this nice pickaxe here that can go on his arm. Looks kind of silly, but you know, maybe he wants to go digging for gold one day. I found myself some gold. But yeah, so we got the pickaxe. We have this cool God, if I could remember the name of this, Malice, something like that. Something, you know, correct me in the comment section. I'm not very good with weapons. And he can hold this in this hand, sort of. Yeah. And last but not least, he does come with a giant wrench. Yes, he has a wrench. I do not know why he has a wrench and why he would even use it, but it works. His wrench actually expands and closes, so he can grab onto stuff. Let's try this. Yep, so he can do that. So, I mean, honestly, I think Hal's weapons are a bit more dangerous, and he probably could kill somebody with his weapons. And he's the hero, and Sinestro is the villain, and he has all these weapons that they're, like, for fixing stuff and construction. Kind of strange. But, well, that's Mattel for you. So, they also come with this lantern, which is based off of a comic cover, and actually in the packaging it had them punching, they had their fists colliding with each other, and in between it was this lantern. So obviously Hal was on this side and Sinestro is on this side, and this lantern, I guess, represents their two different lantern powers, because I believe green is the power of will, and yellow is the power of fear. So they had their two lanterns colliding. And, and what we get here is a really nice lantern. And you can use either side for either villain, or either character. So you can have Sinestro holding this side, and not even see the green part. So that's kind of cool. But I think it was made more for Hal, because the handle is still green. So you can tell by that. But yeah, overall, still really cool figures. I do like Hal a bit more, like I said. I do think he's a bit more, well, he's just a nicer figure overall. They are in scale with the other DC characters, because they are pretty much re-releases, just a bit, I guess, painted differently. So here they are with Martian Manhunter. So same scale. They look nice. No complaints. They just that's them. They're DC Universe characters, and they work very well. So that's my review. I hope you guys go see the Green Lantern. Reviews aren't looking too good, but you know what? I'm sorry. I'm just really excited. It looks really cool, even if it's a fun popcorn movie, like I said earlier in my trailer review a couple months ago. Yeah. So here it is: DC Universe Classics, Green Lantern versus Sinestro.